My name is Lisa Ruiz. I am one of the founding members of Valley Central Parents for Social Justice. As far as motivation, for a long, long time, I avoided local politics. I am a national politics wonk. I love it. I'm always, watching it, following it. But after the last summer, it really hit home that if you really want to see change in the world, you have to start locally. It's the place where you're going to find the most impact for your energy output and your actions, and the most immediate effect of change, within your environment. So for us, our group is definitely focused on the youth, on children, our students, but we also are very, interested, we're about the community, and, we just have this feeling that we need to, as a community, start being able to sit down again and look at each other across the table and see humans on the other side. And we need to find a way back to that. So as I started to get involved with our group, and then that just kind of led me to more things within the community, it really kind of opened up for me that you really do have power. And I think a lot of people feel a frustration that, especially on the national level, that their vote or their involvement or, even signing a petition is kind of a lost cause. But you start to really, really see that when you get involved locally, it's not a wasted effort. You do affect change. And so that's, what I've been trying to do personally, and within the groups that I'm in, and, the projects and committees that I've, I'm starting to lend my time to and devote energy to. So far, we have Valley Central Parents for Social Justice. We are an advocacy group for our students. And we obviously focus on social justice issues, racial equity, racial equality, LGBTQIA rights, gender issues, anywhere there's basically an overlooking or, I don't want to say violation because it makes it sound like we're lawyers, and we're not. But, basically just fighting to make sure that there's equality throughout and for all the students. I am also on the Town of Montgomery 203 committee. I am on the Village of Montgomery 203 committee. I just completed training. I'm going to be an angel for Hope Not Handcuffs, which is it's not diversion, it's not the word, it's an alternate to arresting and incarcerating people who have issues with addiction and who want help. And it provides a way for them to walk into any participating police station and basically ask for help. And the angels show up, and we work with them to help them find a facility and a bed so they can begin their road to recovery, instead of, ruining their lives because of an addiction, because of an illness. I am also about to apply for our town ethics board as well. And so, there's a lot of things going on. But I feel like as much energy as I can devote to these different projects, I'm going to try to do, because there's a lot of work to be done. For us, with our group, it was really great, because we came together, was spurred by an action that really upset the community, offended the community, and hurt the community. And it was, insensitive social media posts by some students within our school district. And they involved, of course, race and ugly comments being made and that sort of a thing. And one of the things that was so striking to me was you can be very aware of something, but not necessarily aware of how, like you see the tip of an iceberg. In forming and being part of VCPSJ, we really got to see the underneath of that iceberg. And, that's always the bigger portion, right? It's always what you don't see. And we kept hearing from parents and students that, when we formed the group and we started bringing these people together and those conversations started to happen between people who have had issues within the district, we kept hearing the same thing. We thought we were the only ones. It was presented to us that we were the only ones who had this problem. We were the only ones who were experiencing this. They didn't understand what the problem was because this never happens here. And that's not true, of course. The general instinct is for any type of situation, whether it's an institution of school or, the police or government, is to make it appear like an isolated event. But when you start talking to others in your community, you get to really see that they're not isolated events and that, change needs to happen. It needs to be addressed. So that that reinforced that we were on the right path, that we were doing the right thing, because people kept saying to us, it's so nice to be able to say this and to not be looked at like, we're crazy, or, be told that it's not, it's just you. And, thanking us for doing this, for taking up this cause and for bringing people together, to be able to share those stories and to commiserate and say, okay, so it's not just me, it's not just my family. And I think that for me was one of the most motivating things, because I found it very sad that there were, families in our community who felt that isolated, in the events and things that have happened to their children, especially. And, as a parent, nothing hurts more than when your children hurt. So, to hear moms and dads and, and just say to us that it's just nice to know we're not alone, that we're not just suffering through this, and that, that there's someone actually, standing up and saying this isn't okay and this needs to change. And, we've been very fortunate. We do have a great teachers union who has been really nice about, and great about working with us. And, we were able to go to them and to say, how can we find a way forward in a positive, progressive manner, so that we are, because we're out for all the same things, right? Nobody gets into education to harm a kid. People get into education because they love teaching, they love their students. And so how can we address issues and how can we move forward? And where we've sometimes had issues, a lot of issues at times with the administration, with the superintendent, we have really found kindred spirits and, partners in our wonderful teachers. And we have so many really wonderful teachers. So that's really been, it's really bolstered, I know myself personally, just to see and to see that the community as a whole does want to move forward. And, it just gives you that energy and that, that lifting under your wings.